This poem is called The Windmill. Again, a rotation. 360 mentions of change, where you are willing to comfort yourself under the guise of self-love we all see as transparent vanity. Hello everyone, it's James here, welcome in, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be reacting to the woman whose blood sugar is higher than Elton John's annual wig spend. It is Foodie Beauty, and today she is having a Burger King Whopper and fries. It's a chatty mukbang, because she likes to be chatty when she eats her food, Although when she initially uploaded the video, she was eating a Burger Ling Whipper, and I'm not quite sure what a Burger Ling Whipper is, but I think that's the kind of food that might make you a bit ill, to be honest with you. Mind you, Foodie is diabetic and she's eating a Burger King Whopper and fries, and that's probably going to make her ill also. So, swings and roundabouts, eh? Anyway, let's get into it.
I'm gonna have my...
Actually, before we get into it, how big is that bottle of Coca-Cola? Like, it looks absolutely massive, and I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to be like 500 ml, surely. I think the filters be filtering, you know what I mean? It's absolutely massive. Like it's about to run in on the city of Tokyo. Good lord.
lunch here. I'm having BK today. I was severely craving a Whopper.
Here we go, giving into her cravings again. Imagine if she craved being healthy. That would be something, wouldn't it?
Extra ketchup, why not?
I've got to say, I'm not a fan of Burger King. It's just like in the UK, it's just not very good, I don't think. And I mean, this doesn't look appetizing to me at all. I mean, the fries look okay, but how wrong can you go with a fry? Well, as I was saying that, we've seen her limp dick fries, haven't we? So, flaccid is the key word there.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Such a chatty mukbang, she doesn't know what else to say. She's a great conversationist, isn't she? It's like watching Peter Ustinov.
Beauty bite, bismillah, and beauty bite.
Bismillah, indeed. Your pancreas is calling out.
Curly fries and regular fries.
2 types of fries, because you'll know you need 2 types of fries when you're having a burger.
Oh, that's crisp. I'm tired, that's why I'm like energyless.
I'm sure. Is that 500 ml or is that a litre? Because we don't know. She lives in like a hall of mirrors, does Foodie. So I just can't tell the actual size of things. It's like looking in the rear view mirror. Objects may be closer than they appear, type thing. So yeah, I'm not sure really. It's massive. It is. It's so big. I haven't seen anything that big since I used to play rugby. Hope you've all got your coffees, by the way. I have.
But I saw a TikTok video of a cat in a beret eating a croissant. That made me happy.
That's fair. That does seem like something that would make me happy too, to be honest. My TikTok, I don't go on it very often anymore, but my For You page is very well curated now. It's a mixture of animals and thirst traps, which, always puts a smile on my face. I'm very simple like that.
I'm sorry, but
Delicioso. I mean, a Whopper for the Whopper-teller. I mean, have you ever heard her not say anything really? That's not a Whopper? In the UK, we call a Whopper a lie. So, just a bit of language information there for you guys.
There's nothing
Um,
like it.
so in terms of like, should she be eating this as a type 2 diabetic? If your diabetes is under control, uh, I mean, you can eat it, but it's still gonna spike your blood sugar pretty high, to be honest. And like it has done for me. I used to have McDonald's quarter pounders with fries, and my blood sugar even after 2 to 3 hours would be like 10, 11, something like that. Multiply it by 18 for the American thing. Um, so yeah, it's like it's not really anything of great nutritional value. And I know we don't go to McDonald's or Burger King for their incredibly nutritious and satiating meals. I know that. Um, but it has taken me a while to think about eating food that's nutritious and satiating. And since I've been eating a lot more whole food, it's gotten to the point where I can discern more flavors when I'm eating proper food, you know, as opposed to being kind of like bulking at the texture of certain things. You know when you have something quite cheap from somewhere, the textures can be a bit of a mystery, can't they? And yeah, it's never good when you bite into something that's meant to be soft and it turns out to be like a gristle thing. Like so, warning here, it is a bit disgusting. I in the UK, I don't know if they're everywhere, but there's a brand called Bird's Eye, and when I was younger, I got these like two chicken steaks, and they were coated in batter, and they were formed and shaped chicken breasts, basically. And I cooked them, and then when I bit into one, I felt something really sharp on my tongue, and I spat out what it was, and it turned out to be a chicken claw, like a chicken nail or whatever. And I was I'm kind of gagging thinking about it now. Um, like it was an actual chicken claw, and yeah, oh my good lord, that put me off that kind of thing for a very, very, very long time. In fact, I don't eat bird's eye food at all now, really. Oh God, it makes me shudder just just thinking about that moment. Oh, oh, good lord.
And taste.
So yeah, that's huge, that Whopper. I know obviously the clue's in the name, but that is she
So,
needs two
hi.
mitts to have that girthy thing in her mitts.
Did you have a good meal? Hi.
Julia, my darling, how are you?
You're not
I
getting a
hope
bite
you're
of my
well.
Whopper.
Well, as well as you can
No.
be in captivity.
No,
Now,
Boop. I gotta put still.
if Julia was smart, she would snatch that Whopper out of Foodie's hands, hollow out the buns, and use them as a kind of kayak. And what she'd do is she'd flood the flat with this Coca-Cola, and she would whitewater raft down the stairs to her freedom. And I feel like I'm rooting for you, Julia. We're all rooting for you, to be honest. Hashtag free Julia. And yeah, Julia, don't lose heart because we're all rooting for you against your aggressive captor, Foodie Beauty.
I'll put my old groceries, some of my old groceries away. You know why I'm procrastinating?
She hasn't put away her groceries. Like when I do my grocery shopping, I normally I get in the door, I put everything in the kitchen, and then I sit down for a couple of minutes just to check emails and stuff like that. And then I'll put everything away. Um But not Foodie. She'll leave everything for like a week, 2 weeks, 6 years. I bet she's got like a bag of crisps that she hasn't put away since 1907. It's yeah, like why would you procrastinate over putting groceries away? It's very odd. She's quite a lazy girl, I have to say.
Other than laziness.
Yeah, you are lazy, by darling. But hey,
Because I
you
need to
work very
reorganize
hard at
my
your job.
cupboards. I don't have a
So
pantry, I have cupboards.
let me know in the comments what
When do I
size you
start getting
think
all
this
messy?
bottle is, because it's very
So I gotta do that.
confusing.
Take the existing food out, clean it.
Right, so she's saying that she's got existing food in the cupboards. I'm wondering what we're talking about here, whether it's like a load of out-of-date healthy stuff that she's got in the cupboards. Because she seems to have a penchant for boxed pasta and packet noodles and crisps. You know, a lot of the shelf stable stuff that will last for a very long time. Um, I know she did that grocery haul a while back where she bought a magnum of eggplants and 2 cases of bananas and things like that. You have to wonder where those bananas went. Like, how many loaves of banana bread did she make with that when they started all going rotten? I'll give you a clue. None. Um, yeah, all that fruit and veg was left wanting. Um, I dread to think the mess that's in her cupboards right now. Like, is she cultivating like another few pets with the bacteria? Like, just wait a few more years and it might have evolved into a multicellular organism. Say that very fast. I couldn't even say that slowly.
I don't feel like I can cook in there unless everything is organized.
No, you could have just said, I don't feel like I can cook in there. Stop. That's it. You don't need to say any more, darling.
I don't know why.
So I think she just legitimately just bungs stuff in the air fryer and hopes for the best. Now, a lot of us are of the school of thought where you can just put something in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, cook it for 20 minutes and then check. You know, a lot of us do that. You know, there's no denying it, really, is there? And it's not exactly the worst way of thinking, because I do it with certain things that um, I know might take a while. I just check it every 20 minutes just to make sure, and then I look at the color of it and I go, that might need another 10 minutes as opposed to 20. And it hasn't really failed me in the many years that I've used that method. So yeah, I'm not exactly the greatest cook, I must say. I'm getting better at it. You know, I cook fresh food now as opposed to frozen things. Yeah, I would love to be able to cook more and more. Um, but I get very tired very easily because I had a lot of issues when I was like very big. I would sleep for like 16 hours sometimes, and I had a lot of issues with my B12 and things like that. So I would get very tired very easily. But nowadays, I'm a lot more active and I'm able to do more. So I'd like to get to the point where I can make more extravagant meals and maybe record them for you guys. That'd be nice. Because I'd love to make my own like sourdough. That would be something. Anyway, I'm just musing here. Excuse me.
The burger charbroiled.
Charbroiled.
Flame grilled.
Flame grilled charbroiled. Delicious. She could have made it herself with all that ground beef she bought. She could have made a lovely burger with that. Bit of salt, bit of pepper. But, you know. I thought she didn't like Coca-Cola.
So Canada Day is coming up, right around the corner,
Oh, Canada.
July 1st.
I don't know the rest, sorry. I'm not Canadian, so why would I?
For my American friends who don't know anything about Canada, you laugh at that, but I'm telling you,
Canada Day, what's that about?
there are some Americans out there who think Canadians live in igloos and have pet beavers, which some probably do live in igloos.
I've never pet a
Way up
beaver,
north. Way
honestly.
up north.
That's not a euphemism. I've never pet a beaver. Make of that what you will.
Pet beaver?
Did you ever watch Angry Beavers when you were a kid? I was raised on cartoons like Angry Beavers. That was a good cartoon.
Yum. This table is so creaky.
Well, stop pushing it around and it might not creak. Yeah, you know, like Angry Beavers, Doug, Rugrats, you know, the Nickelodeon kind of stuff. Yeah, I used to. Our Real Monsters, that was a good one. Yeah. We used to have Nickelodeon in the UK. Well, I was one of the few households way back when that had satellite TV. So I'd have some of my friends come around and we'd watch like the wrestling and Nickelodeon and stuff like that. That was a nice time. Chompety, chompety, foodie beauty. Foodie beauty, foodie beauty,
The last thing I want to say about my video.
Yeah, go on. The last thing you want to say about your video after she said the last thing last time, she wanted to say about the last thing the last time, and possibly for the penultimate final time, the last thing she might want to say ultimately about the final thing last time she might want to say. And her final thought about the last thing ultimately at the final hurdle is that the last thing she wanted to say was the final thing before the last thing finally. And yeah, I think she explained it very well.
Which, this is true.
Very true, yes.
I saw some people complaining that, you like your box?
What were they complaining about, my darling?
I lose views because I don't allow people to voice their opinion. We block people.
I've heard that's true.
Yes. So you go elsewhere to comment or whatever. So my response to that is we only block negativity.
Okay, so if you only block negativity, then you are creating an echo chamber for yourself, essentially. I initially deleted negative comments, and now I just leave them in because, you know, firstly, I don't get very many, which I'm very thankful for, and secondly, it all helps the algorithm, doesn't it? Whether it be good or bad comments, and you don't have to respond to the negative comments. You can just leave them there, hanging like a fart in the breeze. You know, you don't have to worry about them. I think she's very complicated in terms of how she wants to present herself. I feel she, as much as we deride her for the things that she does have quite a few facets to her, and that's not like, I'm not saying that as a positive thing. She has a strange array of personalities to her that she lets manifest in various ways. This is all entertainment purposes only. I'm being an armchair psychologist here because it's, you know, quite interesting to theorize these things. You can see it. You can see the multifaceted anger that she puts forward, whether that be passive aggressiveness, whether that be outright anger, whether she does it inwardly, outwardly. You know, she thinks that by doing these massive mukbangs, she gets back at us haters somehow, when actually the only thing she's doing is harming herself. Like with the ASMR stuff, there must have been a ton of people who were like, "Can you stop doing the eating noises, please? They're absolutely vile." And she was like, "Oh, you want to hear more eating noises? Ham, 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 ham." And that just drives more people away. And I guess that's to do with her oppositional defiance disorder that apparently she was diagnosed with as a child. Um, Maybe she brought that into adulthood, and now she's trying to just do the opposite of what people think is best for her, because apparently she knows what's best for her with her missing gallbladder, her failing kidneys, her pulmonary embolisms, her uncontrolled type 2 diabetes, and her BED. So obviously she knows best, right? No doctor, no physician, no clinician knows what's best. She speaks to a man who consults ghosts when she wants to know about her health, right?
Or drama, or comments that like incite drama, or like a hug box. No, constructive criticism, stuff like that, but is fine. But like, I want a positive environment. Yes, I want.
Okay, yeah, you want a positive environment. That's absolutely fine. In my community, we do have a very positive one. Uh, especially that manifests very well in my live streams. I actually feel absolutely wonderful after I finish every live stream, because there are so many good vibes in the live stream. I absolutely love them. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. We have a wonderful community of people, and yeah, if you ever catch a live, I normally go live on Saturdays, so yeah, feel free to join us then. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I think that viewpoints are obviously in the eye of the beholder. So I could look at a comment and say, yes, that's constructive criticism. But Foodie can look at that same comment and be like, wow, that's really rude. I'm deleting that. So you have to I think you need to have a kind of set rule for like what you consider to be constructive criticism, and then lower the bar on that, because otherwise you're going to be very dictatorial with your comment section. And I heard that when Salah was first put in charge of like the comment section and modding, he ruled with an iron fist, which drove a lot of people away. So yeah, I do feel like Foodie is very that she doesn't take criticism very well at all, does she? Let's be honest. Which is why she always hits out of the reaction channels.
Only positive people. Um,
It's along the lines of toxic positivity, really, even though, she's not really positive, is she? It's kind of like that glitter and lasers thing where she feels like she puts over this aura of being positive when actually she's a bit of a bitch, you know? I'm thinking of covering glitter and lasers a bit, but I don't. Like, I'm not a very fashionable guy, and she does a lot of try-on hauls and things like that. And I'm not gonna ridicule her for wearing clothes that don't fit, even though she does it intentionally. We're all well aware of that. Oh, I know. I'll buy this 1XL pair of shorts and wear them on camera and be like, "Hey, Walmart, why did you make me buy these shorts that were 3 sizes too small? Hmm? Hmm? It's not really on, is it?" And all of us watching the video like eye rolling like, yeah, okay. So maybe I'll cover glitter and lasers in the future. I do want to cover more different people because let's face it, Foodie's a broken record at this point, isn't she? Although I still like to have a laugh.
we. So I mean, if that's the trade-off, then I accept that. That's fine.
I think Foodie essentially wants her comment section to just be her and Salah, and her to still make like 5 million billion pounds. Like she's got 100,000, 102,000 subscribers, right? And she has like 60 comments on this video. And if you take like one of my videos, for example, I see like well over 100 comments, and I have a tenth of her subscriber count. Um, so yeah, it's you have to wonder how many of these 100,000 subscribers actually still knows that she exists. Like if you had like a time limit on the amount of time you could be subscribed to someone, say you could only be subscribed to somebody for a year, how many subs would fall off after 365 days? I imagine she wouldn't have very many. I imagine she'd only have like maybe 20,000 at the most, maybe. She gets like this video is currently on 6,242 views at the time of recording, and it was posted 16 hours ago. So yeah, it's a conundrum for sure.
If it means having 3, 4, 500
Oh,
positive people, supportive people in my chats versus 5,000 people spreading hate and insults and reinforcing that kind of negativity, then that's fine with me. That's fine with us.
I mean, I completely get that. You want to have a nice community, um, but the community does feed off the energy that the creator gives, I think. So, all of the communities that I've come across in Gore World have been very nice, full of lovely people. Um, and yet, Foodie's community seems to have this kind of really erratic kind of vibe, and that comes from Foodie herself, because we don't know how she's going to be from one video to the next. It's very concerning, really. If she kind of, had a just a flat persona where every video she did had the same vibe, I think she would have a lot better of a community and maybe more people. That burger is getting properly devoured. Hom nom nom. Big nummy nums. Wipe your mouth, thank you.
I'm more than happy and more than grateful. Like, people will say, well, look at Amber Lynn, she gets way more views. A lot of people go there for the comment section. She gets like a ton, like thousands of comments. But, that type of negative environment, like, it just breeds more and more hate and breeds more and more, I find it depressing looking at her comments a lot of the time. I just don't enjoy it. So I can't imagine anybody normal not being brought down by that vibe. And I'm not looking for a negative vibe.
Well, okay, well, Foodie, you're not normal, darling. You're a 450-pound woman with a multitude of comorbidities. You're far from normal. I myself am not very normal. I don't think anybody's normal, really. Are any of us normal? No, I don't think so. We're all quirky to an extent, aren't we?
Vibe on my channel.
Just have a pop at Amber Lynn, why not? Who cares, right?
And I know sometimes I contribute to that negative vibe
Yes, you do.
by things I talk about or the mood I'm in or whatever,
And what are you going to do about it? Create a big boggle, probably. She really wants to burp.
I prefer positivity, and that's just how I like it, I don't like people attacking each other in the...
She wants people fawning over her with no hit back. That's all she wants. She doesn't want any criticism. She just wants everything to be 100% positive about her. And it's not a great thing to be. You need somebody to question you and be constructive and criticize you. It's like if there was a company that only did, if there's a single company that did one thing, right? If there was only one company that made bread, for example, it could just be any quality it wants. It doesn't really matter because there's nothing's gonna happen to it. It's just gonna continue making bread. But there has to be that competition to get better quality, you know? That's why there are so many YouTubers that offer so many different things because we all want different things. And I think that Foodie just wants to have a perfect little universe where everybody reveres her as some kind of deity, you know?
comments. I don't like, you know, that kind of thing. So, like I said, um, maybe I can rebuild an audience. Who knows? We'll see. But whatever, I'm grateful for you guys that are here now and, like my
Yeah.
content. So, that's that. That's all I have to say about that, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna close the chapter on complaining about anything and just, you know, I am actually so much happier and relieved when I can just live my life freely, you know? Um,
Yeah. We watched your live where you complained about literally everything. So that lasted 0 videos. Well done, Foodie.
and not have to worry about any reactions or any whatever. So make fun of me all you want. It's your karma, not mine. Like, I really just want to go back.
Some channels make fun. I don't think I make fun of her really that much, especially not about her weight. I think that would be very hypocritical of me to make fun of somebody's weight. I try and be as objective as I can with Foodie, even though I know about the things that she's done. And, if she did lose like 100, 200 pounds, I would actually applaud that because it's a very hard thing to do. Um, but there's this, the theory about motivation versus discipline. You have to be disciplined on the days that you don't have the motivation. And I feel like Foodie is severely lacking in both. She will get motivation sometimes, and that will last for a couple of days, but then the motivation will disappear and the discipline won't be there. And the discipline is what gets you from losing £10 in a month and then putting it back on to losing £100 in a year and keeping it off. So yeah, she gives into her cravings all the time. Maybe she should have a look at how often she's motivated to do things and how often she's actually disciplined to do things. She lives a very, I wouldn't say carefree. I wouldn't say that's the right word. Um, I do liken it to Lord of the Flies. It's like she's just been airdropped in Kuwait, and there's no rules for her. She just lives how she wants. Like she literally, day sleeps, which is something I used to do. Like I say, I used to sleep for 16 hours a day sometimes. And most of that was because my blood sugar was so high that I was just extremely tired. Um, yeah, I think she needs to. I think she lacks discipline, and maybe she can read a few cliff notes on some books about discipline. Who knows?
Trying to just be positive myself and, yeah, live my life, and focus on our goals and stuff like that. So, my goal for today, I have to make this mac and cheese. Okay. Well, no, I'm not kidding, actually.
Yeah, she does eat that mac and
I'm
cheese.
excited.
The interesting thing in the live was that that mac and cheese supposedly serves 4 people, and she ate it all with a couple of like burnt offerings of chicken sausage, and oh god, it was disgusting. I mean, like most of the food that she eats looks absolutely disgusting to me anyway, so there's no difference there, really, is there? But yeah, she has a lot of skewed views when it comes to food, especially when it comes to portion sizes. I don't think she knows what a normal portion size is. And maybe if she learns that, she'll be horrified, hopefully, and then maybe go on a path to have smaller portions. I'm pretty sure we've got a health arc imminent, which, you know, maybe it will last more than 48 hours. We can hope, can't we? But yeah, she's an enigma, is our foodie, for sure.
I'll be putting this away in the fridge. I prefer my zero sugar iced tea drinks, and they're still on sale. And I had entirely too many yesterday. I had maybe 4, and they're a pack of 6. They have the tropical fruit one, peach, lemon, and mixed berry. They call it red fruits.
I'm not a fan of iced
Not all
tea.
berries are red.
I prefer hot
But maybe they just
drinks.
mean the red berries. I don't know. Anyway, so in that case, I'm probably gonna order a whole bunch more. Maybe do a grocery haul later. I gotta get cooking, so I gotta go and work on a menu. I know I said I was working on one, but I wanna. Then you have to go through the menu and buy all the ingredients, and I have to organize my cupboards and clean my fridge and all this and that. So I have a lot to.
She's making it so complicated for herself. Just buy the food and cook it. That's it. And you can clean your cupboards as you go along. You don't need to do it all in one go. I think she does have an all or nothing approach with a lot of things, I reckon. And that is probably some of the reason why she doesn't do anything at all. Because she thinks that if she's on a diet, she has to have like 1,000 calories a day or something silly like that, when all she needs to do is look at her current diet and remove 500 calories from that incrementally, you know? She just, yeah, I think she needs to learn about moderation in all aspects of her life, really, doesn't she?
Do. So, with that being said, the Whopper, and here we have something called the Double Chicken Royal. It's 2 original chicken patties, and there's like cheese and mayo and lettuce. It's so good. That's what Salah always gets, and I always usually get it with pickles and onion on it, but I was just craving so bad a Whopper. And like, they have good mozzarella sticks, but
I wonder if there was any more food. I wonder if she ordered more and there's more under the table. Because we know that food, that wouldn't satisfy Foodie. Just one Whopper and some fries. That wouldn't satisfy her. Definitely not. I reckon she's probably got some little extras hiding under the table.
I don't want to eat mozzarella sticks. Like, I'm just going by what I feel like eating. And it was just Whopper and fry. That's all I wanted. So I wish they had fountain drinks though. Like, I really miss
she's a bit ardent about that, so I think she has eaten more, or is about to eat more off camera.
a fountain drink with ice, you know? Whatever. It is what it is. So, anyways, guys,
Yes, very interesting ending there. So thank you all for joining me. As we know, Foodie is probably going to be doing some healthy stuff soon. We can but hope, and hope it's a sustained effort. But you know, the cycle will be cycling like the windmills of our mind. If we do the word for today, well, hashtag our lovely Julia. I think that's a nice one, because Julia is a lovely ball of fur who needs to be set free. Free Julia. So take care, everyone, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.